Let us start with a number that should shock you. 465. That is how many election reform bills hit state legislatures this February alone. 37 states rewriting voting rules as we speak. At Rhode Equity, our AI analysis reveals these aren't random changes. They form three distinct waves. 68% aim to modernize elections, 22% tighten campaign money rules, and 10% reshape who can even run for office. But here's what the headlines miss. Behind every percentage point are real lives being changed. Take Rhode Island's H5383, a bill that quietly does two things. First, it moves primaries to Wednesdays if they fall after Labor Day. Ever try getting working parents to polls on a weekday? Second, it cancels mandatory voter registration drives in high schools. Now consider this. 18-year-olds vote at a 47% lower rate than 65-year-olds. By cutting school drives, we're not just changing dates. We're risking a generation's political voice. Now cross to Maryland, ground zero for voting innovation. Their HB 1094 brings ranked choice voting to Montgomery County. Imagine you're at the polls. Instead of picking one candidate, you rank them 1 through 5. If your top choice loses, your vote cascades down. This isn't just theory. Cities using ranked choice see 30% higher youth turnout. But innovation has its limits. Enter Arizona. Their SB 1652 makes threatening election workers a felony, a direct response to the 143% spike in harassment reports since 2022, but paired with HCM to 015 requiring citizenship proof to register. Our data shows 1 in 9 Arizona voters lack immediate access to these documents, mostly in native communities and college towns. Modernization meets margin suppression. Let's talk money, the quiet battlefield. New York's A05 for 7 doesn't just cap campaign donations. It bans fundraisers during legislative sessions. Picture this: no more lawmakers dialing donors while drafting bills. Meanwhile, West Virginia's SB 380 to arms election commissions with real-time spending trackers. Think Venmo receipts for political cash. But here's the catch: 22% of bills focus on campaign finance, yet 0% address dark money loopholes. Now the human cost. Our AI flags 73% of voter ID laws, like Texas HB 739's address matching rule, carry racial bias scores above 0.4. Translation: a black voter in Houston's 3rd Ward is 11x more likely to have registration issues than a white voter in the Woodlands. For seniors, 68% of mail ballot bills, Nevada's AB 28 being the worst, had notary requirements and return deadlines that could disenfranchise homebound elders. But there's light too. Maryland's HB 1097 creates America's first disabled voter task force. Imagine ballots designed by those who need them, tactile markers for the blind, arthritis-friendly machines, and Minnesota's HF 598. It brings back pandemic-era drop boxes, a lifeline for single parents juggling work and kids. Here's what keeps election officials awake. Regional patterns tell another story. The Northeast bets big on mail voting. Rhode Island's H551 extends postmark deadlines. Southwest? Arizona's SB 1581 installs 24/7 ballot surveillance, turning counting centers into fishbowls. Midwest playing registration roulette. Iowa's HF 290 could purge you from rolls for skipping one. Local election. Peering ahead, 2026 trends emerge. Hybrid voting. Alaska tests drive-through polls with mail-in backups money tracker apps. Watch donations flow like Uber rides on a map redistricting revolt. 14 states, including Minnesota, HF 78, wants citizens, not politicians, drawing district lines, but Oregon's HJR 15 shows the stakes. Limits appointed officials' election powers, a direct response to 2024 shadow appointee scandals. Here's your power play. 61% of these laws activate in 2026, after most sponsors leave office. But you'll live with the consequences every election day. Subscribe to Rhode Equity Updates, and we will send you plain English breakdowns of laws changing in your state. No political jargon, just clear impacts on jobs, schools, and healthcare. Then, use our AI tools at Rhode Equity to explore how bills like Texas HB 739 or Maryland HB 1094 could affect your community as voting access. See the demographic breakdowns, understand the equity scores, and most importantly, learn how to make your voice heard before these laws take effect. Because democracy isn't about left versus right. It's about who gets heard versus who gets erased. Visit Legal Equity today.